Hi, testing, testing. All right, great. We are live today, and welcome again to this week's edition of Traders Talk. Yeah, this is actually the eighth week we have actually held this Traders Talk, and I am so happy that there are many of you who have actually followed me in this series of Traders Talk, where I will share with you basically the life of a trader, and also share with you how you can actually learn financial literacy and also trading at the same time. Yeah. So this is Meng Hon. If you do not know me, yeah, my name is Meng Hon, and I am an options trader, and I trade the stock market using options. Yeah. And as usual, today we have a very interesting topic. Okay, all my topics are interesting so far. I hope so. I hope that it is interesting to you. You see, and really the topics which I have actually chosen so far would be very relevant to actually most people. Yeah, would be relevant to actually most people. Let me just tweak my camera a bit. Yep. Okay. Yep. It is actually relevant to most people because I have actually worked as a professional for more than 20 years. And after working for 20 years, I have basically turned myself also to a trader. And of course, there are various reasons uh, why people actually start to do additional things on top of whatever they are doing, which probably is most of the people are actually in their professions. Yeah, in their professions, and of course, on top of that, they start to actually do additional things. Some people just start a business. Yeah, and some people probably start to trade the stock markets, like myself, and some people just do nothing. Okay, and of course, for those who do nothing, they would actually be I would say there is only two reasons lah. Yeah, one is of course they are they are very uh, well to do. Maybe they are very rich. Maybe they are extremely successful in their career, or maybe they have a business which is doing very well. Of course, even if they are actually in that position, nothing stays forever. Nothing stays forever. Of course, during this pandemic time, you see that a lot of successful business also go into trouble. Yeah, a lot of people who have a successful career also goes into trouble. And of course, there is no harm for people to actually start to work on additional stream of income. Yeah, and of course, trading is one easy way, I would say, and also fast way to actually learn additional skill to generate additional income. Yeah, great. And I don't know if you have actually seen my newsletter yesterday. Yeah, of course, besides trading and doing shows like this, I also write a newsletter where I actually issue the newsletter every Monday, and of course this newsletter which I write, as I said, these are the things which basically would relate to most people. On one side about life, and of course on the other side, of course I do also touch on the markets, and also trading, and also technical know-how for you to actually improve your trading skills. Yeah, and I basically share this to my followers, and also some of the people which I actually train and coach in trading. Yeah, and this week basically uh, I I actually dig my wallet recently. Last over the weekend, I was cleaning up my wallet, and in my wallet, I actually found these four pieces of lottery. You know lottery, right? I'm sure people have not been able to actually access this for at least 2 or 3 months. Yeah, because the lotteries are closed. Because the lotteries are closed because of the pandemic. There is no horse racing. There is no horse racing, and because there is actually no horse racing, then I think they could not do this big sweep. I think so lah, because I've also not been out in all the eateries. I don't know, but I think so because I saw all these gaming companies like 4D, Magnum, Sports Toto. They are all closed during this pandemic. Yeah, and of course when all these shops are closed, what is there left with people who actually goes and patronize this shop just to get a bit of hope. Yeah, hope that they will actually strike it rich. Yeah, so what do these people do? I mean, after they have actually lost this because I think when you see on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturday, Sunday, and Wednesday, a lot of people actually patronize all these gaming shops to actually buy their lottery. Yeah, including myself. In the past, basically, every month I do go to a specific chicken rice shop, because that is the place where I actually see this Indian vendor selling this lottery ticket. And each time I will buy about 3 or 4 pieces. I will buy 3 or 4 pieces, and then I will start to scratch the bonus ticket. And sometimes you get $3. And then if you get the $3, of course, you will exchange it for another ticket, a free ticket. So that's why I've landed myself with four, because I bought three and I strike one, I got $3 and I took four. And I think I bought this in April. I bought this in April 2020. Yeah, April 2020. You can no, actually I bought it in March, just before the pandemic started. But the draw was actually in April. And the funny thing is, after I have actually bought it, I kept it in the wallet. I kept it in the wallet. I know that I have this lottery, but I never took it out to actually match the numbers. Even if the draw was actually in April, right? I never took it out to match until last Saturday. Until last Saturday, when I was cleaning my wallet, I took it out and I started to say to actually match this and say, oh, I have four lotteries. Maybe I'm a millionaire already. I don't know. And hopefully, I did not strike it, because if I would have struck it, then the claim period would have expired, because it was a April 2020 draw, is it? And today is already August. So as expected, I did not strike it rich with this lottery. Yeah, I did not strike it rich. Okay, and why do people like myself actually buy this lottery, and at the end of the day they don't even match it to see whether they have actually strike it? I mean, to me, the reason I buy is really just to as a hope that I will strike it rich by just paying $10 a month. Yeah. So that was me, and I've been doing this for many years, and a lot of other people are actually doing this. But of course, the people who strike it rich are probably, I don't know, just one in some millions. Yeah. So it is probably someone else other than you, lah. Yeah. So it's actually someone else other than you. If you have struck a lottery before, maybe you could comment in the comment box to tell me that you have actually struck lottery before. I want to know if really people strike lottery. Yeah. So really, this is actually a hope for people. And of course, it's not too it's not a problem for actually people to buy hope lah. Yeah, it's not a problem for people to buy hope. But of course, if you have a vehicle, if you have a proper vehicle that can actually take you to where you want to go. Yeah, if you have a proper vehicle to take you where you want to go, then of course that is actually a more probable situation for you to achieve your hope, your dreams lah, your dreams of what you actually aspire to get in a more certain way, in a more certain way. Yeah, so do something which will help you get to your destination. Yeah, don't just hope that you will actually strike lottery. You can just buy it like me lah, just buy and keep inside, but at the same time do some additional things that will bring you there. Yeah, so find a vehicle is basically what I wanted to actually tell the readers of the newsletter for this week. Yeah, find a vehicle that can actually bring you to your destination. Yeah, great. And just to touch a bit on the market, basically the market is quite boring for the past few weeks, actually, frankly. Yeah, because the market continues to go up. Yeah, the market continues to go up every week. And last week itself is actually no different, where the S&P 500 have actually reached another round of all-time high at 4440. Yeah, and I don't blame the market lah. I mean, because in the market everybody wants a piece of this, and people just continue to buy and invest in the stock market. This is in particular the US stock market. Yeah, so I primarily involve myself in trading in the US stock market. And yeah, this is basically what SPX is. And really, if you look at the economy worldwide, not only in US and in America, the environment is, of course, to me, not as great as it seems compared to the market lah. Market is great, but really what represents S&P 500 is the top 500 companies in the US. Yeah. And of course, the top 500 companies in the US are big corporations. And with the US government continuing to actually print money to actually spur the economy, so it is actually quite certain what will happen, because they are just giving money to people, and basically a lot of all these people are putting money not to buy bread or to buy a potato, but basically they are taking their money to buy stocks. Yeah. So of course, if you're talking about giving $1,000 to a teenager, probably I think anybody 18 above would be able to actually get the government fund. 1,004 or 1,003, I'm not sure, but basically it's above 1,000 at the last round. So basically, what are all these people doing with the money? They're either buying stocks or they are buying bitcoins, yeah, or cryptos, or some of these kind of things. Yeah. So basically, this would technically spur the market to continue to actually go up, but again, in reality, the big companies might be okay. They have a big balance sheet, a lot of cash. But if you really talk about smaller and mid-sized companies, a lot of them are actually dying. A lot of them are actually dying, and a lot of them are actually failing. Just look close to Malaysia. Just look close to Malaysia. If you go out into the streets, just go out into the streets. You just look at the shops. What kind of shops are continuing to operate their businesses, and what kind of shops are actually closing down. Yeah. Of course, the first thing you see is actually restaurants. Restaurants are closing down. A lot of restaurants have actually closed down, including some chains. They have actually closed down. The ones which are thriving is McDonald's. Try going to McDonald's at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, who I mean, any of you go to McDonald's to drive through or something to buy your food? Try going there at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, or try going there at 6 o'clock in the evening, or 7 o'clock. It is always jam. It is always jam because people want convenience. People are just going to all these fast food outlets to actually buy food. Yeah, and not surprising, not surprising. If you look at recently, like if you look at the stocks for the food that means the food business in the US, the food business in the US, you look at all their stocks. McDonald's has a very good run up in their price. Domino's Pizza, DPZ, has also a very good earnings run up. What other foods? Yum Yum brands have also went up. That's Pizza Hut. Uh, and then other foods like QSR also went up. Just look at any foods lah. So the food business in the US has actually thrived during this pandemic. Other stocks like Starbucks has also gone up to the highest of about 120 plus. Today it is about 117. Yeah. So for those who actually monitor this this trend, they would actually really see that big businesses are thriving in the US. Um, not only US lah, even other countries like China, all these food businesses, Yum China has also thrived in the international markets. Yeah, and of course, the other thing which I spoke here is on factories. Like you see, factories are also closed. I mean, right now the lockdown is those which are still under phase one. They are not allowed to operate. I just heard that some factories only allowed to operate at 10% capacity. Can you imagine if you operate a factory and you are only allowed to produce 10%? That means you only allow 10% of people to go to your factory. You might as well close the factory. Yeah, you might as well close the factory. And basically, for this round, we are already at our 8th or 9th week on lockdown. It's not only Malaysia, you see. You look at any other countries, Vietnam is also severely affected, and you know that Vietnam is actually also has a lot of big factories around everywhere. Indonesia, India, I think they will never close. I mean I would think India would never close lah. I mean basically they continue to operate all this while that's why their infection rate was actually so high. But really, of course, certain governments, they understand that they cannot afford to actually close and lock down the economy. Yeah. So that is actually what is really happening here. And for people who are actually affected, it's actually quite bad lah. For traders like us, is quite okay lah. I mean, because we got to trade the market, you get to trade the market up. You get to trade the market up and make a bit of money along the way. And the next one is actually on Nasdaq. Nasdaq 100 is basically on the top 100 tech companies like under the Nasdaq market. And if you look at the Nasdaq charts, it's also similar to SPX, where basically it's only on a uptrend. It's only on an uptrend. And again, last week it has actually reached all-time high of 15,000 over points. Yeah, and the thing which of course I noted in the charts last week was that it seems to have actually created a double top, a mini one, a small one, which is not that if you don't see it closer, you probably would have missed it lah. But if you look at it and inspect the trend, right, it is actually similar to the trend which actually happened in April or May this year. Yeah, where in April or May, they also had this similar mini double top, and after they have actually reached the top, then basically the market tumbled right all the way back to the 100 EMA 100 EMA. Of course, at that time there was also talks about raising interest rates in the US markets, and because of this, it actually created a lot of panic in terms of the market and the investors, because all these are tech companies and they are quite sensitive to interest rates. Yeah. So if you are trading the Nasdaq, the components in the Nasdaq market, be a bit careful. I mean, just be light in your position for the next 1 to 2 weeks until you see more clarity how the things would go. I mean, personally, myself, I also have still some trade positions on counters like Facebook, and quite a lot of China tech stocks still on hand, You see, so of course the China side has actually got a bit of hit for the past 2 to 3 weeks, mainly because of the further clampdown by the China government, a show of strength to the tech companies to try to actually suppress them a bit, because they are becoming too naughty. I mean, they are becoming too big, that some of these so-called tech companies started to behave in a way that is actually challenging the government. They are actually not listening to the not instructions, to the advice of the government, policies, and because of this, you know, if you don't listen to your father, right, what will your father do? Or you don't listen to your mother, what will your mother do? Spank you lah. Correct lah. So all these companies are now getting the spanking, and they were hit lah. They were quite badly hit, and us as traders or investors, it would basically be a temporary setback. Of course, for myself as an option trader, the setback would of course be mitigated. I would say be mitigated because we can actually do some adjustments in our trade. At the same time, continue to generate income out of this bad situation for the China stocks. Yeah. This is actually our primary, I mean our portfolio, which basically our income generation portfolio lah. This is actually our income generation portfolio. It also took a bit of a hit. In the past 2 months, because up till June, if you have actually followed me and also the newsletters which I issue an update on the performance. Basically, up to June, the returns for this portfolio was actually about 22%. Up to June, it was actually 22%. But because of the pullback in certain positions, mainly on the China stocks, which I started to put some positions in the Chinese stocks, and of course, because of that, I am actually carrying some investments in the portfolio on the Chinese stocks, which actually having a negative position. But for me, I am actually not too worried because eventually these stocks would actually come out from this situation and even go higher than what the price which I have actually taken it. Yeah. So but at the same time, I continue to actually generate the income out of this portfolio. Yeah. And yeah, this is basically some of the technical things which I actually teach or train the readers are basically what type of strategies which we can actually use at which type of time. I won't go through this, and if you would like to actually look at this newsletter, you can actually subscribe to this newsletter. In fact, I have only recently started to charge for this newsletter. Before that, it was actually for free. You see, I mean, the I think this issue is actually the 23rd issue. That means basically I have actually been issuing 23 23 newsletter, 23 week of newsletter, weekly newsletter. And of course, for those who start to subscribe to this newsletter, they would be able to also access the old newsletter. uh, uh, if you don't subscribe, you can also look at the free newsletter, which I have actually issued up to issue 22. Up to issue 22. Of course, going forward, if you subscribe to it, then you would be able to actually receive the new newsletter. Yeah. But anyway, if you like to actually read some of the earlier issues, which is actually also relevant, which is also very relevant if you actually want to learn about trading, you actually want to learn about the stock market, that will also be very useful for you to actually go through the past 22 issues, which I have actually written over the past few months. Yeah. All right. So then we come to our topic today. Which is becoming a real life farmer. Okay, a real life farmer. How many of you have an occupation as a farmer? Yeah. If you are a farmer, give me a thumbs up. If you're not a farmer, you can give me a love or something. Yeah. Let me change the screen over to the slides here. So no farmers around. Okay. Great. Okay, becoming a real life farmer, how to supercharge your income by farming in the new economy. So this is the topic which I actually want to talk about today, and and uh, and of course, uh, actually nowadays, if you have actually noticed the new economy, farming is actually not too bad, you see. And a lot of professionals actually go into farming. They have actually worked a lot of even high profile corporate people have actually gone into farming. Even recently, if you have seen, even people like Tony Fernandez, I see them actually also going into farming. I think they are selling some goods. I think they are. I saw it on newspaper. How true it is, I'm not sure. But they are. I mean, it seems that a lot of people are actually going into farming, and it is not only farming vegetables or fruits. You see, there are also various type of farming. They are also farming um, of livestock, like no chicken lah. Chicken. Nobody wants to farm chicken lah. Fish. I think fish. A lot of people actually farming fish. Aqua. I don't know what aqua is that. Fish. They are actually farming fish in buildings, or some of these they're actually farming. A lot of also students who actually come out of university started to actually farm. In fact, just across my house, there is actually this house, double story house, where they actually converted uh, their land into a greenhouse, and they started to sell vegetables. Yeah, they started to sell vegetables. Um, and there is also a, a student in my daughter's school who also started his own hydroponic vegetable farm. Yeah, a student. I think he should be in form year 7 or 8 lah. Year 7 or 8. But of course, I heard that he actually started this even when he was actually in year 5 or year 6. And of course, he basically pays for his own school fees. How great if my children actually start to farm at home and pay for their own school fees. Yeah, so a lot of people are actually doing farming, and in fact, personally, I also start to farm. You see, yeah. So of course, when you actually farm, right? What do you need? To start your farm, and of course the first thing you need is you need you as the labor as the labor as the head labor, you can hire people, but you yourself needs to actually be involved as the chief or the head farmer. Okay, and then of course the next thing which you need is actually you need a piece of land, to do it. I have my own farm, and my farm is basically uh, 3 by 3 feet. It's only a small piece of land in front of my house, measuring 3 by 3, which I will show you what I farm later. Yeah. Uh, so you need land to actually farm. And of course, the next thing you need is actually seeds. You need to have seeds or to actually grow your crops. If you're farming some plants, some corn or something, you need to have the seed for the farming. And of course, after you have the seed, when after you sow the seed on the land, you would actually need the rain, the water lah. You need to actually water the plants, and not forgetting the poops, which is the fertilizer. The fertilizer you need to give nutrients to your plants, and of course, what better to give them than poop? It might not be human poop, like it might be cow poop or some type of poop, but basically these are very nutritious for the things that you put on your table. Yeah. So these are the things which you need if you actually want to start farming. Yeah. And this is my personal farm, which I said is actually the 3 by 3 feet of small farm which I have in front of my porch. And basically, what do I farm? Yeah. Uh, uh, Recently, I actually planted some tomatoes. You can see that my daughter is actually harvesting the tomato, and this there is no poop. Personal farm, we don't put poop. Okay, we put the what is that? The the natural fertilizers lah. Natural fertilizers. Actually, the fertilizers which you buy is more expensive than your tomato. You see? That means if you buy a tomato, maybe you pay 20 cents for one piece of tomato, right? But in order to fertilize your own farm, you actually need to pay maybe 20 ringgit for the fertilizer. And the tree only grows maybe like 10 small tomatoes for you. So this is my farm, and of course, what else do I grow here? Okay, this green thing here you see is actually a pineapple. Okay, this was a pineapple which I actually got from one of my friends who have a pineapple farm. Yeah, he has a pineapple farm, and he gave me a pineapple during Chinese New Year, and I have actually eaten the delicious MD2 pineapple, and I have actually replanted the stem into this small plot of farm which I have. Okay, and if you look close enough at the back, uh, there is actually a durian tree at the back there. Yes, there is actually a durian tree at the back there, which is actually growing somewhere at the back here. Okay, so this is something which my wife don't know, that I'm actually growing durian tree in her 3 by 3 yard, you see. So let's see how the durian tree works out. Yeah, maybe I get durian some years later in my small farm. Besides that, there's a small tree here, which is actually a lemon tree, and there are some at the back, some lemon tree at the back, lah. Yeah. So this is my lemon. So this is my lemon tree. I have also planted lemon. Yeah, here you see all these big lemons, which I've actually planted, and this one is actually very interesting. Okay, this is actually a melon, which my boss gave me a melon. This is actually a Japanese melon, and this melon, the price I think is about 200 or 300 ringgit one melon. Yeah, so my boss gave me the melon, and after I eat the melon, then I replanted the melon to regenerate another $200 of fruit lah. Yeah, so this was the Japanese melon, but of course I was not successful in growing it before it I can actually eat it, right? The what is that, the the birds came and eat it for me lah. Yeah, the birds also know their taste that this is actually a Japanese melon, so they actually came and eat the melon before I had the chance to actually eat it. So this is farming. This is my personal farm, and in fact, one of the things which I want to do when I actually retire is to really farm and plant things lah. Because if you look at what you do here, right, actually is actually personal achievement. You take care of the things which you grow, and at the end of the day you actually harvest it. Yeah, so basically this is something which you care for it, and you would actually see the benefits coming out of it when the fruits grow. Yeah, and you can actually enjoy it when you harvest it. Yeah, so this is basically something which is very satisfying. If you have not really planted anything, I would advise you go and find a plot of land to actually plant something, and enjoy the benefits of becoming a mini farmer. Yeah. Next thing I actually want to go in is actually talking about farming in the new economy. How many of you aspire to become farmers? If you want to aspire to become farmers, I will actually teach you how you can actually become a farmer in the new economy. And basically, if you look at the start of what is that, the show, I actually told you becoming a real life farmer and how to supercharge your income generation by farming in the new economy. Yeah. So this is something which I have actually learned a few years back to actually start to operate a farm for myself in order to generate income. And how do you do that? It's actually no different than what I have actually shown you here. You see, it's actually no different, but what on the process here. But basically, we actually do it in a slight different way, and of course, you need a farmer. You need a farmer, and that farmer is actually you. And then you need a farm, and not everybody have access to a big piece of land, yeah, to farm. I only had a 3 by 3, and I can only farm small tomatoes and small lemon for my own personal consumption, but not to generate income. So how do you actually get a big piece of land for you to farm and basically start to generate income out of it? Okay, so in the new economy, what we can actually do is to start to do the new type of farming, which is basically stock trading. This is basically trading. And why I relate farming to trading is actually because in a farm you have actually a land, right? You have actually a land, and in the trading markets, basically what you replace this farm or the land is with your broker account. So this broker account is technically your farm. It's actually your farm. It's actually an unlimited farm where you can actually open up in just few minutes. I mean, basically, what I can show you is that it is actually a simple process for you to actually start to have your own farm. You can actually do it within 10 minutes. Yeah. And maybe I just show you one example how you can actually have a, a farm, say in this. Yeah. Yep. Can you see this? Okay. So you actually easily have an access to starting up your own farm at one of these broker platform. What I shown you here is actually interactive broker. This broker is actually one of the largest online broker in the world. And let's just put this here. Can you see? Yep. Yep. Yeah. So this is the broker account, and of course, what you can actually do is just go to the website here, and then you just click open an account. Start your application, and then you would be brought to this site where you need to key in your username. You can choose anyone you like, Farmer Joe, email address, complete your application here, and you need to have identification, a passport, and then a bill, a phone bill. Here they ask for your bank account, which you need to key in some details here. So basically, this process won't take you more than 10 minutes to actually open up your own farm that is able that will provide you with the so-called land, or here is the market for you to start planting trees, not trees lah, start to actually generate income out of this so-called new economy farm. And then what you need next basically is this thing. What you need next is basically yeah. Next is actually once you open your account, you need to actually do the trades. What is trades? Basically, it's like if you are a farmer, you need the seeds, right? You need the seeds to plant so that the tree will grow. In the new economy, as a farmer, as a new economy farmer, basically what you do is you need to actually execute trades in order to generate income. And of course, for myself, I am actually a trader. I mean, basically, I trade lah. I mean, they are investors and they are trader. Of course, they invest to grow their capital long term. As a trader, basically the objective is more to actually generate income. Yeah, generate income as a trader. Just like a farmer, they basically plant the tree, and then they harvest it and they generate income. So as a farmer in the new economy is actually also the same, where we actually get the seeds, which is the trades, to actually generate income. And again, I actually want to show you how simple it is to actually start to generate income out of the market. Okay, and here you can see. Let me see. I will show you here. Okay, great. So you see here, basically this is again the farm, which is the market, and to show you how you can actually just make make generate some kind of income here. I will just show you here. So this is actually Amazon, right? This is actually Amazon. Say I actually want to generate some income from Amazon. So what I can actually do is I put in a trade on Amazon to actually try to earn some income. And how I actually do this is, let's say for example, I won't explain the strategy which I use. I will just show you how I do it here. And let's say for example I want to actually do a trade which uh, delta 20 as one standard deviation move trade. I just click here, and basically you can see that I can actually make an income of let me get this thing out. Okay, I can actually get an income here of 195 195 $195. Yeah, $195 in 38 days. In 38 days, I'm actually doing a spread here, a bull spread. And then what I do is I click, the chances I will get this is 75% lah. As a farmer, you also have a certain yield, right? In all palm, you have basically palm oil, you have actually FFB, the fresh fruit bunch, is it? Yeah, that where you say, oh, you have a so-called 80% so-called quality or crop. In trading, it's actually also the same. When we actually trade, we know what is the probability of us generating that kind of income at the end of that 38 days here. And basically it shows here 75% probability, and basically also what is the kind of capital which you need in order to do this trade. So of course then after that you actually just click send, and that's done. And you can see that the trade here is actually pending here. So when the market opens later on at 9:30, then this trade is actually done, and I would have so-called sold my seeds in the sorry, I would have sowed my seed in the modern farm. I would have sowed my seed in the modern farm. Yeah. So that is basically how we do the farming in the modern economy. Yeah. And of course, lastly, what are the things which we do as a modern economy farmer is to actually take care of our crops, and take care of our trades, you see, our trades. And where is my trade here? Okay, yeah. So the next thing which we do is to take care of our crop, and we don't need rain and poop to take care of our crops. What we need is basically strategy and time. Yeah, so we need to have as a modern economy farmer, we need to actually have strategy and time. Strategy as in what kind of strategy do you use to generate your income in the stock market? What kind of strategy you use to generate income from the stock market? And of course a time, which is basically the time which you need for the trade to ripe. That means the 30 over days which I said earlier, you need to actually wait for that to actually harvest the trade and get the full proceeds of $195 just now, which I've actually shown you. Yeah. So basically this is just how easy it is in order for you to actually build your own farm in the new economy. Yeah, and a lot of people actually don't know this because they are actually not exposed to it. And and don't do it casually. I say if you actually want to generate income from the stock market, don't be a casual trader. Don't be a casual trader. For those people who actually take this up on a more structured and serious and basis, just like what a farmer does, then that is where you will actually get more benefits and generate a more consistent income out of the stock market. Yeah. So basically that is how you should actually treat this farming in the new economy, which is basically you need to do it in along this way. So what are the tools you need to become a farmer, and where can you actually get access to all these tools? The first place, of course, you can actually learn how to actually farm in the new economy using YouTube. Yeah. There is no wrong, right or wrong by using YouTube to actually learn farming in the new economy. In fact, personally, before I actually started on my farming journey, I also exposed myself through YouTube farming, YouTube YouTube to learn trading, to learn trading in the new economy. Yeah. And of course, the second thing which you can actually do is the internet lah. Besides YouTube, there are a lot of sites which you can actually access to actually learn how to farm in the new economy. The same thing like the newsletter which I write. The newsletter which I write, it is also one of the methods where you can actually learn how to farm in the new economy and generate income out of that. Yeah. So as starters, it's actually not an issue for people to actually go through these two methods to expose themselves how other people actually generate income in the new economy as farmers. Yeah. And of course, if you like to actually go into this more serious, and in order and for you to actually generate a consistent income, yeah, and as a serious farmer, I would actually recommend you to actually get a coach to actually train you how to actually become a farmer, because all these so-called the coaches are people who have actually farmed themselves. They are continuing to become farmers of the new economy. So basically they would be able to know which type of poop is actually suitable for the farm. Yeah. So follow them, choose a good one, so that you can actually relate to them. Basically, there are a lot of coaches out there. Me myself, I also coach people. Yeah. But of course, choose one which you can actually relate to, and you can actually learn from, which is actually the most important. Because you for those who are exposed in the so-called new economy farming before this, a little exposure, they would actually need to wipe out all their old exposure. If you want to become serious in building a big new economy farm, you need to actually wipe off all your past experience and start afresh. Yeah. Because a lot of the time, if you know what you know, you think you know what you know lah, but in actual fact you don't know lah. Yeah. So find a coach, and for me, of course, the first two things is just a preview for you to get exposed, and don't take the YouTubes or the internet seriously if you actually want to build a big farm. Yeah. Do go on working with a coach. Okay. Like for example, the program which I have is the Income Generation Secrets Framework, which basically I teach people how to generate consistent income monthly. If you follow me and if you know my story, you basically see and understand where I was before I actually started in this new economy, becoming a farmer. Yeah. And then from there, how I actually started to learn the trade and basically build a so-called successful farm for myself. Yeah. And if you want to know more, basically you can actually go to this link here. You can actually connect with me to actually learn more. In fact, uh, you can connect through my Facebook page also. If you actually want to actually see how I farm every week, you see. Yeah. The other thing which I actually want to show with you is actually more farmers, more farmers. Okay, great. You see, as I said, a lot of people have actually moved on to the new economy and creating their own farm, whether it's actually in the stock market, or whether it is actually other type of vehicles. You see, and it does not matter as long as you choose one farm. It can be actually a new economy farm doing stock market trading. It can also be a farm doing cryptocurrency trading. It can also be a farm which actually does e-commerce business. It can also be a farm which is going into a coaching business. So all these are actually farms of the new economy. Yeah. And you have to actually get exposed to what type of farms which is actually available right now, and which type of farm suits you, because not everybody likes to trade the stock market. Yeah. And not everybody like to sell things on the internet. I don't like to sell things on the internet. Yeah. So that's why I choose the easy type of farming lah. Like I showed you, to generate $195 in just 1 minute, and just basically wait for 30 days in order to actually get the rewards and the crops in. Yeah. So I choose a easier way lah. I mean, a more simpler way for me to actually do it. Because I don't want to actually spend too much time doing so many things, handling products and all these kind of things. So I choose that because it suits me. But for you, it can be anything. And what's going to happen in August 21st is that all these are actually new economy farmers lah, which basically has multiple streams of income. And basically, I am also one of the invited speakers for this World of Wealth conference in the coming weeks, 21st of August. We are going to actually have all in about 14 wealth coaches, which basically will actually share with you what type of farm do they have. Yeah, what type of new economy farm do they have that you can actually use in order for you to generate multiple streams of income. Yeah. So this is coming on 21st of August. You can actually register yourself in this link here. uh, you can register yourself here, and if you want to actually learn more on how to farm in the new economy, this is a great place for you, because you don't look at only one type of farm. You have various type of farms here lah. Yeah. Okay, so these are all great people who have their own niche, who have been successful in their own niche, generating multiple streams of income. And it's a great place for you to do your own research before you actually start to become a farmer in the new economy. So this is actually what I wanted to share with you for this week. And uh, if you have got some values out of this farming talk, give me a thumbs up. Perhaps you can actually share this with more people, so that they also can actually learn how to farm in the new economy to actually generate multiple streams of income. Yeah. So it has been great speaking to you guys again, and for those who have been following me, thank you so much. And I hope that I can actually continue to bring more value to you through Traders Talk. So don't forget, Traders Talk is held every Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Get your friends, get those people who actually want to learn more about life, want to actually learn more about how they can actually generate income. Connect with me. Come to the Traders Talk. We have it every Tuesday. Share it with all your friends. The past videos are also all in my Facebook page. You can actually go to the Facebook page to actually look at all the past videos where I share with the audience tons and loads of values in this new economy. Yeah. So I'll catch you again next week on Traders Talk, and have a good night. And I wish you all the best, and thank you so much. Stay safe, everybody. Bye bye.